and welcome to the Augusta University Library's bi-monthly webinar series. I am Renee Sharrock, and I am the Curator of the Historical Collections and Archives. Today I'll be showing you how to conduct research in the Historical Collections and Archives. Here's a basic outline of what I'll be covering today, showing you what is Historical Collection and Archives, our information guide, finding aids to the manuscript collections, record groups in the campus archives, digital items, rare books, and the library's catalog. First of all, what is Historical Collections and Archives? Most academic libraries have a special collections unit or department, or as we call it here at the Greenblatt Library, the Historical Collections and Archives, or HCA for short. Some public libraries also have a special collections area or unit themselves. But here at the Greenblatt Library, the Historical Collections and Archives, like other special collections departments in other libraries, houses rare books and other items such as photographs, university publications, scrapbooks, and much more. Here in HCA, we even have medical equipment and anatomical models. These collections are considered important and intrinsic enough to preserve for the future. Historical Collection and Archives houses, preserves, and makes available to researchers rare books, institutional archives of the Augusta University Health Sciences campus, collections of individuals associated with the Health Sciences campus, and artifacts. Some material housed in Historical Collections and Archives has been digitized and is available online as digital collections. To begin your research in Historical Collection and Archives, I suggest you go to our information guide. And to find that, go to the library's homepage. Now I'm just going to show you screenshots, but later on I will be going live to the website. But go to the library's homepage and click on Research Guides, and in the search box type in HCA. You could type in Historical, but HCA will work, and then hit the search button. That will take you to the library's Research Guides page, and Historical Collections and Archives comes right up, so just click on the title. The first page of our Historical Collections and Archives information guide just gives some basic information. It tells you we are located on the second floor of the Greenblatt Library on the Augusta University Health Sciences campus, and we can even provide directions and information regarding parking if you click on this link. This also just tells you basic information of what our mission is. This is me, and also you have my contact information. On this first page, we have information of how to make a donation to Historical Collection Archives, and also refer you to our collection development guidelines. We also have our reproduction fees on the first page. On the next page of research, we have our reading room procedures and our research application. The reading room procedures are fairly consistent with the procedures of other libraries' special collections. The reason for these procedures is to ensure the safety of the historical collections. Most of the items are rare and are in fragile condition. As I said, one of our purposes is to preserve the historical collections, and that is why the items housed within HCA are non-circulating. The books, the items in the archival collections, and the artifacts cannot be checked out. We also have our researcher application. You just click on here, the PDF will come up, and you can download it, fill it out, and bring it in, or fill one in when you come here to HCA, every person who comes to HCA to conduct research, whether in the rare books or the university archives or manuscript collections, is required to complete a researcher application. This includes Augusta University faculty and staff, as well as students and non-university researchers. This is simply a security measure to protect the collections. Now, if you just come into HCA and just want to look around, we have a visitors registry. We ask you just to sign in. But if you just want to browse through the rare books and look around at the artifacts and such, you do not have to fill out the researcher application. On our next page is the fees, and here's the table for our fees for reproductions. In most cases, we do allow reproductions of the material. Over here you'll see our guidelines regarding reproduction. There is more to this. As I said, this is just a screenshot. This page also has the PDF for our reproduction request form, which you would need to fill out if there wasn't something you wanted a reproduction of. You would need to fill out this form. On this page is the archives, which is basically divided into two groups: the Augusta University Health Sciences Campus Archives and the manuscript collections, which consists of personal papers and collections of individuals associated with the Health Sciences campus. I want to show you first a closer look at the manuscript collections, which includes former faculty, alumni, the Richmond County Medical Alliance, and local healthcare professionals. The collections include personal correspondence, photographs, research work, and other paper items, and sometimes artifacts. The manuscript collections do have finding aids. A finding aid is used in archives as a descriptive tool that includes the arrangement of the materials in a collection. It gives detailed information about the collection. So basically, finding aids can help you determine whether or not a collection is relevant to your research needs. Here's a screenshot again of that page on the information guide about the archives, and I want to show you this collection in particular, this finding aid. So now this is on the website, our information guide. Again, we're on the archives page, and here's the finding aids as I was just telling you about. As you scroll down, you'll see the title of the collections that we have in the manuscripts and a brief description, very brief description of the collection. As I said, I want to show you the Claude Lee Pennington collection just as an example. So when you click on the collection title, it takes you directly to the finding aid for that collection. Now, every finding aid has the basic same type of information. It has an overview of the collection, and it also includes a biographical note, or if it's about, or it could be a historical note, if it's not about a specific person. It also includes scope and contents, and the arrangement notes. Now, the arrangement note is by series, and in the archival world, a series is just a group of similar records that are arranged according in a filing system. And as you can see, like if we click onto this here, diplomas, certificates, photographs, we put all the diplomas, certificates, and photographs together. And this is where you see the detailed information. So this is box 5, And here it lists every folder and what is in that folder. The other series, ones earlier, separated by the father and son. This collection is of a father and son physicians. They were both graduates of the Medical College of Georgia, and they both practiced in Macon, Georgia. So that's why we have the Claude Lee Senior and then the Claude Lee Junior series. Now I want to tell you about the Health Sciences Campus Record Groups. The archives of the Augusta University Health Science Campus are arranged by record groups, which is based on the collection's function, the office of origin, or format. And even some of the record groups have subcategories. But the record groups of the Health Science Campus includes official records, campus publications, and reports, photographs, material from all 5 colleges that are on the Health Science Campus, the President's Office, our campus division, and we even have some 19th century records. This shows the rest of the list. This is just a screenshot of the rest of that list of the record groups. So an example, we basically followed for the divisions for the organization of the university, so administration and finance. And here you can see what we have within that record group of administration and finance and the subcategories. As I said, these record groups are also by format. So here are audiovisual materials, the photographs, slides, negatives, audio tapes, videotapes, film and DVDs. Here's another example of by format, our print material, the publications, cadaver, and as you can see we have a great many of publications in our printed material. Now I want to take you online and show you some more. So here again on the information guide and the archives page, and here are those record groups, and here's the full list. Now at this time we do not have a funding aid available online for all the record groups except for the photographs collection, the photographs record group. But now if you come into Historical Collection Archives and say you wanted to look at the material from the Faculty and Spouse Club or the Medical Student Auxiliary, we can show you the funding aid for that, or even pull out the boxes for you to look through. But the photographs, as I said, does have a finding aid. So if you click on, this will bring you to the PDF. As you can see, it's 14 pages long. The bulk, as I said, every finding aid is similar in nature, contains the same information. Here, instead of a biographical note, we have an historical note. The date span of these photographs from 1876 to the 1990s. The bulk is from the 1960s to the 1980s. We have 28 boxes of photographs. So we have over thousands and thousands of photographs. And when you scroll down to the boxes, it tells you what the box contains, a description of the photographs, because we have different sizes, we have black and white, we have color, and this breaks it down the folder by folder of what is in those folders in that particular box. So as I said, you can scroll through this. If there's something in particular you're interested in seeing, most likely we will have a photograph of it. Anything related, these photographs are related to the Health Sciences campus. This is part of the university archives for this campus. Now, as I mentioned before, we have digital items. We have digitized some of the items, and these are available in Scholarly Commons, the Augusta University's institutional repository. So I'm going to take you back to the information guide. You click on the digital items. If you want to know more information about the Scholarly Commons, the institutional repository, you can click onto this link here. That will take you to their information guide. But here's a list of what we have digitized so far and what is available in Scholarly Commons. It gives you a brief description of what is in that collection. And when you click onto the title, it will take you directly to Scholarly Commons, to that collection. Since I just showed you the finding aid for the photographs, I'm going to take you to the historical images. Here you'll see that this number here represents how many subcategories we have in historical images. Now, we put multiple images in each subcategory. Instead of having one, what we call an item record for every photograph, we house them together. So you can view them by if you click on right here. This will show you the titles of the subcategories. Or you can also click over here onto title. Here you have the browse the items by. Click on the title, and then this will show you the subcategories. If you click on the item title, or the subcategory title, here it gives you a brief description, and here are the images that we have available that have been digitized. So this is the aerial photographs of the Augusta University Health Science Campus. You can download the image. If you just want to view it, just click onto the thumbnail image. So this will show you a larger picture of it. And as you see the date here, that's the name of on the JPEG, that's the date of when that aerial photograph was taken. One thing we do ask for any image that you download from the Scholarly Commons, or anything that you download from Scholarly Commons, if you would give it credit that it comes from the Historical Collection Archives of the Robert B. Greenblatt, MD Library, Augusta University. We do ask that you give credit if you use the image or a page from one of the other print items, that you do give us credit. I also want to show you the Southern Medical and Surgical Journal. This was a medical journal published by the faculty of the Medical College of Georgia beginning in 1836. We have 21 volumes of this journal. So we click on and it opens up Scholarly Commons. I see we have 21 volumes. This gives you more information of the importance, the significance of this journal. To search this journal, you could type in a search term, let's say amputation, and you want to just limit your search to this collection, the Southern Medical Surgical Journal. So you click on the search button. If you click on this browse, that's going to look at everything in the whole Scholarly Commons. So to limit it to this collection, and so this shows you amputations 15 times. If you click onto it, and here are the results of the volumes. The amputation is mentioned because these are PDFs. The text is searchable. So if you click onto 1858, now each volume of the Southern Medical and Surgical Journal had an issue for every month of the year, so there's 12 issues in one volume. And the whole total of the volume was over 700 pages typically. So instead of having one large PDF, extremely large PDF, we broke down by issue. So here you can see we have issue 1, and it covers pages 1 through 74. Issue 2, 74 through 146, and so on. We also have the index, so you can just click onto the index. Again, you can download these or just click onto the thumbnail. And here is the PDF of the index for the 1848 issue. Now you can scroll down, which you probably need to enlarge. And you can see how they have the subjects by the index. They also have author names. If you want to, because these are searchable, hit Control F. Remember, Control F brings up the search box for a PDF. Type in the term that you want to look for. And here it shows we have two results: new method of amputation and tetanus relieved by amputation. You can see the page number 341. So now if you go back, as I said, remember each file in the name has the page numbers. So this one here shows as pages 291, 362. So we click on it. It'll bring up issue 5. Now the page numbers were the numbers in the journal, but because this PDF has, by the actual pages. So to quicken your search, again, Control F. Search term is still available, amputation. And here it takes us to the article. A case of tetanus relieved by amputation. It was written by W. W. Anderson, MD, of Statesburg, South Carolina. Now, the Southern Medical and Surgical Journal is the only one where we have multiple issues, and each, as we say, item record or subcategory. The Bulletin of University Hospital, the Proceedings of Medical College, these other publications such as the Beeper or MCG Today, each issue has its own item record. So these, as you can see, we have 851 issues in the Beeper collection that have been digitized or available in the Scholarly Commons. So again, you can search them the same way, or you can peruse them just by clicking on the item. Just click onto the thumbnail. And here we have the Beeper, a PDF of the Beeper from March 1st, 1990. Now I want to take you back to the PowerPoint and tell you about the rare books. The bulk of historical collections and archives is the rare book collection. The majority of this collection goes back to 1834 when Dr. Louis Alexander de Gaulle of the MCG faculty was sent to Europe to purchase the books for the newly founded Medical College of Georgia. The majority of this collection was published between 1600 and 1950. All of the books in the rare book collection have been cataloged and can be found in the library's catalog, guildfine.augusta.edu. And the books are searchable by title, author, subject, and or year of publication. They are also classified according to National Library of Medicine classification. Now within the rare books, we have three distinct collections. We have the Landmark in Modern Medicine, and these are comprised of out-of-print classics that were significant in the development of modern medicine. We also have our faculty author collection, which is books written or edited by the Health Science and Campus faculty and its legacy institutions. This is a way we are preserving a book written by one of our faculty members, preserving their legacy as well as the legacy of the institution. We also have a separate copy of the theses and dissertations. Now in journal circulation there is a copy of all the theses and dissertations that has been submitted to the graduate school for a master's or a PhD degree. But we also have one copy of these theses and dissertations kept in HCA, again as a way to preserve them. They're kept separate from the circulating copies. Now to begin your search in the rare books, you will need to go to the Greenblatt Library's homepage. Be sure you're on the quick links, and then the library catalog. Click onto library catalog. And to really narrow down your search, you should select Advanced Search. On the Advanced Search page, let's say you want to see what we have regarding circulation. Because you remember, all the books are searchable by author, title, year of publication, and subject headings. Under location, be sure that you do highlight the Greenblatt Historical Collection, AB225. Renee, I want to take you and show you, walk you through this. Here we are on the Greenblatt Library homepage. I'll say Quick Links, Library Catalog. Select Advanced Search. Now you can choose by title, subject, or you can just type in your subject, circulation. So you do want to choose Greenblatt Historical Collection. And then just click Find. So here we have 21 items in the Historical Collection archives related to circulation. Now if you want, you can also search by year of publication if you want to narrow down just by a year of publication. If you're just interested in circulation for a particular year, range, type in the years. We'll say 1800 to 1850. Click the Set. So now that narrows it down to 7 books in historical collections regarding circulation. If you want to see what we have just by subjects in historical collection and archives, You do the same again, start with advanced search. If you just want to see what all the subjects we have in historical collection and archives, leave this field blank. Be sure you select Greenblatt Historical Collection. Click Find. As you can see, we have in historical collections 3,500. Okay, if you want to see what the subjects are, here are all the subjects that we have in historical collection archives. If you want to narrow the search, let's say 1850 to 1875, just to narrow the search by subject. Again, you can see what all the subjects are. Military medicine. This will show you the 5 results regarding military medicine by the years 1850 to 1875. Again, this is just what I was showing you, how to search by subjects. You can also search by language. We do have a great number of books and items in French, because in the 19th century France was one of the premier places to study medicine. I'll show you this just real quickly. Again, select Historical Collections and Archives, or the Greenblatt Historical Collection. Then scroll down to French. Click Find. And you can see we have 375 items in French. If you want to see what the subjects are, if you just want to narrow it down by subjects, ear diseases. Here are the 3 books we have regarding ear disease in French. If you want to see what we have in the Landmark collection, remember that is the collection that it was set aside within the rare books. First editions that were significant to the development of modern medicine. All the books in the Landmark collection begin with the call number Landmark. So you can select Landmark, select call number, type in Landmark, and then again select Greenblatt Historical Collection. Be sure you select call number, type in Landmark, Greenblatt Historical Collection, Find. So these are the books we have in the Landmark collection. And again, if you want to see what we have by subject in the Landmark collection, here it is broken down. Brain, and even this is broken down even further. You can always go back. In medicine, again we have subcategories, and here we have the books in the Landmark collection regarding medicine. Now I want and that is how you do searches in the catalog in our rare books. But now I just want to show you some pictures in the historical collections room. Here we have Dr. Leslie Wilkes and the gravid uterus. Dr. Wilkes is a graduate of the Medical College of Georgia, and just in 2012 he gave us the gravid uterus, which was published in 1774 by William Hunter. This is an elephant folio-sized anatomical book, and it is all of pregnant uteruses at various stages in the pregnancy. And since it is an elephant-sized book, the engravings are practically life-size. And over here is just a small sampling of the rare books. We also have in historical collections and archives portraits of former faculty members and alumni. This is Dr. Milton Anthony, the founder of the Medical College of Georgia. Here's Dr. Richard Torpin, who was a professor and chair of obstetrics and gynecology from 1936 to 1958. The portraits, as I'll show you the next picture, are on the walls above the bookcases. So here's one view in historical collection archives. You can see the rare books. We have the anatomical models and examples. Here's one of our medical instruments on display. Here's a close-up of one of the anatomical models. Here, this is another view of historical collection and archives. As you can see, we also have display cases. This is one of the medical instruments on display in historical collection and archives. And this here is probably the most popular viewed exhibit in HCA. Dr. Clyde Purcell's foreign bodies. These are items that he removed from people's esophagus, mostly from children. Although this one right here, as you can see, is a partial dental plate. He kept the items, he cataloged them, he had a record book that corresponds. So like this is item number 78, it was removed in 1935, and in the record book it tells the name of the patient, what he used to remove the item. And one last thing I wanted to show you is we also host a lecture series in historical collection and archives. And we have one just on March 3rd regarding Harry Potter's world. But here's also a list of our past lectures. Again, you can find how to contact me on the information guide. You can email me, or here's my phone number. Again, you're more than welcome to come view the items to see what we have in historical collections and archives. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30. And of course, you're always welcome to do any research, historical research in historical collection archives. If I can be of any help or assistance,